Matt, in the context of where we were with the squad's availability for tonight's game, I imagine you're really proud of that point.
Proud of the performance, proud of the effort, proud of the way the group of players approach the game. You know, we never make excuses, but we've got to be understanding of our current squad situation. We saw the bodies we lost on Saturday, and then to lose Pearce with illness, and then in all honesty there was a couple of those players struggling. I'm running on empty tonight with a little bit of a bug which is going round the camp. It always comes at the wrong time of year, but I didn't think that affected us in terms of the way we played the game, and if anything we got stronger as that game went on. Look, they're a good team and a very strong team at home, and they caused us certain problems without really getting into the spacing around the 18-yard box. Cam hasn't been overworked tonight, which is always a good sign of a good team performance, a solid team performance away from home, and we knew we had to be that. We just didn't quite create in front of their goal.
A few hairy moments, particularly at the end, but your heart was in your mouth.
Yeah, well, you know, Cam won us a game on Saturday. You know, it could have been a different circumstances tonight. That was one moment, but I don't know if it was Sam or Czech who got the clearance on it. And that was our mentality tonight. One goes and challenges the ball, and we got to get bodies around, even if that's your goalkeeper in the 93rd minute of the game. So the importance of that can't be underestimated. Big mention and big shout out goes out to Callum Rowe. Recalled Callum Rowe and Jordan Dyer from their loans from Bath City, and Callum hasn't played the last few games for them as well. For him to come and play 90 minutes of that stature of game, that intensity, and perform that way is a credit to how he's trained throughout the season, and he'll remain with us for the remainder of the season, because obviously short in that centre midfield position. We might have one body back at the weekend, but we'll have to wait and see.
To the next question right out of my mouth about Callum Rowe, really good performance in midfield. Giovanni Brown, so very nearly another wonder goal, hit the crossbar. Yeah,
he ended up having to lead the line. I'll have to watch the video back in detail, but it felt every time Oz was involved in the action there was a free kick against us, and I don't want to stand here and say the referee had a poor night. It just felt like that situation every time, so I had to change it at the top of the pitch because they were putting free hits into our box too often. Oz is as honest as a day's long, but it just wasn't his night in terms of those decisions which went against us. And Podge gave us a little bit of stability and control at the top of the pitch, but Giovanni was our constant threat. Hit the crossbar with his usual bit of quality, and a few almost moments in terms of slide balls in and around the box. But like I say, neither team really threatened the opposition goal or goalkeeper enough.
You're very good at answering my question before I've asked it, because I was going to ask about Oz then. I've never seen a striker, you know, have his shirt pulled so much and it go the other way.
Yes, but you know, they can't all be wrong decisions. So he's got to improve certain aspects of his game, and I'll speak to him once I go through the clips, because in the heat of battle you don't quite know it's over before it started, and the referee's, you know, giving a free kick. He's a physical player, but opposition defenders are physical with him, so it just felt like there was just too many fouls against us, especially, and then that was part of their game tonight. They were able to pin us back with those moments, and Oz will learn from that and he'll be better for it. He's still coming back into his game from obviously post-surgery, so we're really pleased with his influence and his effect, and he's all action, and we don't want him to taper his game in any way, but we just got to keep adding elements of control all over the pitch, and that's a big aspect.
It's great to see Podge back out there, because it's been a while since he's had some action as well. Like you said, looked lively when he came on to change the game a little bit.
Experience gave us a bit of control in terms of holding up the ball, but also using the ball as well, and knowing where to be. We just all of a sudden got our wing backs a little bit high up the pitch for a period of the second half, and started to get some good ball without really threatening. Giovanni's shot or cross shot was still from a deep position. We never really got control of that ball in the 18-yard box. A couple of slide balls where you think that's a nearly moment. It just didn't quite happen, but that's probably a sign of the effort we had to put into to keep in the game and to keep level with the game, because like I say, they're a fantastic team at home.
Felt reminiscent of Forest Green away earlier this year, another game where we travelled with a depleted squad, but actually, you know, it's
different performance. Yeah, different performance. We weren't able to use the ball as well tonight. There's different ways to get a point or 3 points out of a game of football, and we've shown a certain side to us in the last few weeks, which I've really liked. We didn't deserve to win that game tonight, but I don't feel Port Vale did either, so probably a draw is a fair result. We move on now and see who we've got available and fit, and they can add energy onto that pitch on Saturday.
And of course, first time we've played Port Vale this season, it gives you an idea of what we'll be up against later in the season. Yeah,
there's so much to come and go before then. Another 8 games before that game. We'll see where we are when we go into that game. Port Vale will see where they are when they go into that game, but they're an impressive outfit. They've got some good players, and causes problems. Hopefully it wasn't a boring 0-0. Hopefully it was good enough quality from box to box tonight to keep the fans, both sets of fans, entertained. Just both teams lack that edge or quality in the 18-yard box, but give both teams credit defensively.
As supporters travelled here tonight, knowing the issues that we had and perhaps had lower expectations.
They don't know the full
but
details.
excellent.
They don't know now people have been on the coach on the way up. They don't know that we've had to drive probably 3 or 4 players separately to the rest of the group to avoid them passing on their symptoms. So, no excuses. If we'd have got beat out, there'd be no excuses. But we're at a bit of a low. Like I said, we need some bodies to come back and affect it. We were 1 short on the bench tonight, as were they, and that was even with recalling 2 players from loan. So we need those bodies back quickly because they are good players. If you've got a team without the likes of Tim and Pearce and Sam, and not to mention Groundsing, Harry Kite and Kyle and Nigel, the list goes on. It's almost endless, but it doesn't take anything away from what that performance was.
Excellent. Thanks, mate.